If you had 300,000 kwacha, how would you spend it? If you had only one chance to invest 300,000 kwacha, and that is the only money that you had access to, how would you multiply it? Or would you make losses or reduce its value after a year or two? This is Wealth with Safwali Wanchinga, and on this channel, we discuss how to invest within Zambia. We look at practical business ideas and strategies in order to make tangible investments. In this video, we'll be looking at how to invest 300,000. The first principle is that we will not invest the whole 300,000 at once and into one business. One of the most basic principles of business is to diversify your investment. So the first thing is that the 300,000 will be split into three different components. The first component that the 300,000 will be invested in will be a cash business. The cash business is more like the main business, which will generate profit on a monthly basis, on a daily basis. This is basically a cash generation unit, if you will. So you can invest, for example, out of the 300,000, you can invest 150,000, 120,000, or close to half or so, almost half, goes into the main business. For instance, you can invest in a car wash, you can invest in a grocery store, you can invest, selling solar panels and gadgets and so on and so forth. So any business basically which will be able to generate cash on a daily basis, that's where you take a chunk of the money, the first chunk, the main chunk, which is about 150,000 or so. Then secondly, you will also invest in real estate. So from the 300,000, 150,000 has gone into the cash business. Then about 100,000 goes into a piece of real estate, like a plot, for instance. So with 100,000, buy a plot, and you can hold this over a period of time because land appreciates with time. And the importance is that whilst the cash generation unit is able to generate profits on a daily basis, it comes with risks. It may succeed, it might not. However, when you invest in real estate, that part that you invest in real estate is more or less permanent. The amount of risk is low. So you can either hold it for a period of time, maybe 5 years, and slightly develop it, or develop it fully, or not even develop it at all. It can still be sold at a profit. The importance is that by the end of a particular period of time, 3 years or 5 years, you would have moved forward, regardless of whether the cash business has actually succeeded or not. At least you'd have preserved some amount of the initial 300,000. So lastly, from the 300,000, you are now remaining with 50,000. And this 50,000, you will create what I call an opportunity fund. This opportunity fund is meant to hold cash for you and enable you to seize little opportunities that come your way as time goes by. You find that with time, you will find someone maybe selling something cheaply at a discount. You are able to buy that and sell it at a profit. The same opportunity fund also acts as an emergency fund where you need some urgent cash sometimes. You are able to draw money from this fund and then meet your immediate needs. Because if you don't have an opportunity fund, which can also act as an emergency fund, what happens is that when you do have an emergency, you are forced to maybe borrow at a high cost, which in the long run does not work well for you. So by having an opportunity fund, you are able to, on one hand, seize good opportunities which come by from the blue and make a profit. And at the same time, you are able to address any emergencies that come your way without you having to borrow at exorbitant costs. So in summary, this is how I would spend 300,000, and that is how I would also advise you to spend your 300,000 if this is the only 300,000 you have access to. So in summary, the principle: firstly, invest in a high cash generating business with about half of the amount, and then with another amount, slightly below half, you can invest in some real estate just to preserve the value, and in case anything goes wrong, you are still able to fall back on the real estate. And then thirdly, you also keep some liquid cash with which you are able to seize little opportunities as they go by. So this would be the business strategy that I can recommend for a 300,000. If you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. In the next video, we'll be looking at 10 different ways of how to invest 5,000 kwacha. If your capital is little and you want to invest just using 5,000 kwacha, you wouldn't want to miss the next video. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.